Hello, and welcome back to Pacific Drive. We have a few things that we need to take into consideration now, we'll say. So, if we want a larger backpack, then we'll need more swamp coal, Olympian fragments for more radiation. The stiff shirt needs carbon fiberglass. We can make the anti-static gloves, though... We'll need a lot of marsh eggs. Acid will require tree candy. We did have some and we got rid of it like idiots. We're going to start needing that carbon fiberglass though. God, I need so many marsh eggs for a lot of these upgrades. Right, in the meantime, let's see what we can start doing here. So we could start making these pneumatic lockers if we want. Same with these parts lockers. Rapid refill pump. Advanced antenna. Most of we're saving for this junction stabilizer, but we're going to need some thermostat crystals. Really, we need to go into an area of the zone that is very much... how to put it, yeah. We want it to very much be just absolutely just teeming with resources. We don't want to... The upgrades we can get that use these marsh eggs seem to... Each one of them seems to demand that we sacrifice all of our current marsh eggs to it, which I would rather not. We could get the thermal vacuum. So that's a possible idea. The plasma scrapper maybe. And the Liberator Mark II. I'm not fussed about the Liberator Mark II, it's just higher capacity. No one really cares. These two might be good. The bio headlight might be a good idea. I think in terms of doors and panels and that, we've got more or less what we want. We can unlock the armoured door. It's only 0.7, we might as well. Because I'll be honest, I mean, we've got plenty of them, and it's easy enough to get them now with that truck outside, but we'll get it just for the sake of completion of that. We could get anti-corrosive. We could get the paddle tyre, but we're not going to use those. We'll be using all terrain probably from now till the end. Roof storage is a maybe. Expanded backseat tank is a... I think that's definitely up there. But I think first, before anything else, I believe it's back here. Roof floodlights. Thank you. And we could get an electric engine, but I'd rather not. We want this mobile workbench, which means we need to get this in order to get it. Where was it now? Here. Ooh. Okay. Scan a remnant ghost. That sounds spooky. That gives us a Lazarus device. This device will dump all of its energy to rescue and reconstitute you at a moment of greatest peril. Theoretically, you'll still be one piece. You'll still be in one piece. Dare you test it? So we can get that soon. We could also get the nitro boost soon. Blueprint is a bumper device. I don't think we particularly need it. And that's on a side rack. Roof radar is obviously a roof thing. Nearby resources and raw materials. Could be good actually, that. But yeah, we'll need some corrupted energy. Not much more actually. But we'll need Olympium fragments, which we can't get yet. We might only be able to find those in like crates and things by chance. So for now, let's see, can we build... We can put an auto tracking spotlight. Yes. Obviously. With that, XL roof battery, eh? Corrupted energy required. 2. And limb chips. So those are final zone items. We'll get an expanded backseat tank. What else? I believe there was some cargo we could get. The roof storage. I'd rather have a roof battery, but I might as well be using the roof in the meantime. Okay. So tree candy for carbon fiberglass. We're going to need a lot of tree candy. PXL roof storage. Solar panels. Right. High capacity batteries, back seats. Okay, we need swamp coral for these and a lot of it. Hell of a lot of swamp coral. Okay. Let's see what else. Let's see what the bio headlight requires. It'll probably be swamp coral. But we can at least find out. Leak resistant fuel tank, fuel synthesizer. Honestly, I'm half tempted to get that. I mean, the expanded one carries 50, this carries 20. But it's resistant to most things. I'm guessing it probably blocks leaking. Right. Leak resistant battery, yeah, that blocks wet and charged. Okay. In the meantime, we can get a resource radar if we wish. Which we shall. Right. We could stick a resource radar on the top. Right. Oh, there was the, that's something we can get. If we've still got enough. Crude flashlight. Just about got enough for it. And the, where is it? Bioflare. And next. Okay, so this has got 6,600 durability. Right. Biolantern. So we could make that soon. That has 22.8 thousand durability. Basically, it'll just be a permanent flashlight for us going forwards, which is pretty nice. Leak resistant. Oh, this just requires stable energy. But one of the last things that does. And that's everything that we can get researched right now. Right. Swamp coral, as expected. And yeah, tons of swamp coral for these. Crude flashlight, easy enough. Bioflare, not bad. We'll make a crude flashlight. We'll take an expanded tank. Mini turbine, solar panel. Mini turbine. So I'm guessing we get hit by electrical damage. That probably gives us energy. We get hit by any kind of windstorm or while we're just driving maybe at speed. This probably gives us a boost, right? I'm guessing, let's see. Energy from raindrops. Acid and heavy metals sometimes present in the zone. Rainfall are being utilised. So that's just, if it rains we get energy. If it's clear we get energy. So clear, rainy, windy, being electrocuted. Go with a high capacity. We can try the resource radar for now. Because we've not got the swamp coral to make the headlight. Well, the auto tracking light yet. Right. Close. And high capacity battery. Lovely. And this one. Ooh, look at all that. So we're still going to be using these side lights. They've not been that useful, I'll be honest. We've got some side storage. Ooh, that's a fair bit bigger than the one we have. Right. Resource radar. And where's that overhead storage? There we are. Okay. Big storage and resource radar. Okay. Anything else that we want? I think we're good. Yeah, we just have to fill it up with stuff and we're good to go. We'll also need to assign the radar and things to a button. Right. Through here to C5 and then off to finish. Do not. Guess we nearly did, didn't we? Tank is getting there. And there we are. I see why you can unlock a rapid fill pump now. And that's full, isn't it? Yeah. So let's just review. So we're going through E7, which will be stable perpetually. There's not much there. Grab some energy, leave. A lot of buildings here. There'll be fog. Well, yeah. Unpredictable weather patterns. Yeah, more cloud-related hazards at ground level. Electrical discharges tend to also confer mysterious speed boosts. Lots of buildings, a few resources. We're not that fussed about the things over here. We want to get to C5, the Myers. And then it extends over here into the Myers, but yeah. It'll be dark, but there'll be resources about. A decent number of them. We've got a decent amount of time. Not much energy there, but we're wanting to come up with some resources. Right. Let's roll then. Oh. Then pulse emitter, side floodlights, arc dock. I'll have to do. 135 maximum capacity now on energy. Wonderful. Again, remember, we don't need the energy from here. We certainly don't need the items. If there's a lab by the side of the road, sure. But we can leave it all. We mostly just want to coast through and get into the deeper areas of the zone. If we can get up there, we could see what that log is, and there's some stuff next to it. That might be worth our time. Luckily the car is heavy. Ow. Okay, not that heavy. Don't go too far back, we don't want to go back into it. That's definitely irradiated. If we go up here, which it looks like we're doing, what we absolutely 110% cannot do under any circumstances is to keep going forward and think we can just go further down this way and just rejoin the road. I'm going to stop here. Because yeah, we don't want to keep going, oh, we'll just go down here, join the road and come back. No. All those lines, this is a cliff edge. So we want to grab these, don't go off that edge. And that should be fine. Right. Get those thermostat crystals. Okay. I can see the items we're after. We'll get this on.
How do you force 100,000 people out of their homes without facing major resistance? Even if you're the United States government, facing down what's being peddled as the greatest threat our nation has ever faced, the answer is, we don't. This is Frequency File, Episode 3, The Human Cost. Last episode, I reported all the cold, hard facts I could get my hands on. If you missed that episode, here's the summary. There wasn't much. Now, we jump tracks to the stories of the people, to knit together old records and eyewitness accounts to form some fabric of the true story. Whoever's job it was at ARDA to suppress stories did a really good job. What they did to keep that sheer number of people from talking, and then to smear the stories that did come out, was a masterstroke of obfuscation. Unfortunately for ARDA, the cases that made it all the way to court became public record. And the facts were these. ARDA played nice at first with a generous relocation package. They offered cold, hard cash and built sprawling housing complexes in nearly every state to resettle the former residents. These new communities were built as idyllic, white picket fenced neighborhoods where you were sure to be surrounded by all-American families who shared your same values, while enjoying the benefits of government-subsidized grocery stores, school districts, and manicured public parks. Not a bad deal from the looks of things. When it came to the holdouts, the people who wouldn't leave for any amount, things got ugly. But in the end, the government won out, as it always does. And while the government has the sovereign right to seize private property, the Fifth Amendment mandates just compensation be paid for it. But it doesn't specify when or how this compensation be made, and many dissenters ended up with nothing through good old loopholes and bureaucracy. Some of whom are still pursuing their claims to this day. But the chilling thing is, those left with empty pockets consider themselves lucky. There's a saying they mutter amongst themselves under their breath, that at least they had the luck to not live in Sierra.
Right. Looks like we're about to hit some radiation. Okay. So it sounds like everyone will be located, apart from our few friends that we've been speaking to and a few others. They're probably out there somewhere. But yeah. We'll get a move on and get out. Should be a little, yep, a little science lab here. We'll just leave it running. We're only going to be a moment. It'd best only be a moment as well, because there's radiation spreading in here now. We also on the map had a house here. You know what? I don't want to get irradiated, so... Plus they usually have barely anything in. Ah. Here we are. Hey look, food for the first time in a while. Right. Inventory full, eh? And it's a field, so... Let's stick that in there for now, so we run out on our main light. Where did my crowbar go? Did I? Yep. Must have. Right. Down here. Oh, hello. Aren't you useful? Fuel, Vex. Fuel. And I thought this map was pretty handy. Okay, the resource radar is an absolute god tier item. I'll be honest. What I was expecting to happen was something along the lines of me basically trying to think what I was actually thinking about. I think I was just expecting it to basically if not mark it on my map, like on the arc device, maybe just like ping in the general direction of it, maybe just like, you know, a little icon appear, like, you know, where there were resources, just a little objective marker briefly ping for a few seconds, and you'd have to be quite quick. No, it's like, hey, here's just straight up where they are, and it gives you like x-ray vision for a moment. The best bit is it lights up the screen, like in a pinch, if we really need to see where we're going, we could use that to just light everything up. In case you're wondering, by the way, if I knew it was going to do that while we're going down the hill and light the way for me really handily. Because that's another thing, I looked at the side there and I was like, oh, that's all black. No, when you zoom in, loads of little lines. Yeah, cliff base. We need to be careful about that. Very easily done in the dark. But I was actually pressing the handbrake. But of course we swapped the button out. I'm over here going over the cliff like, no. Right, let's go back. No. And we just go over. But actually pressing that really helped out. Guided my path. It just guided me down the path. Very useful. Well, there's things still here, for example, like in this area. There's one of the anomalies that I've not discovered yet. So I've just not seen one, or I've not scanned it more likely. But yeah, just haven't scanned it. Where are we? 1:30 a.m. Shocking speed, anomalous clouds. It's a massive sodding map. Barely any energy. Like the sources that are there are weak. We just go. If we stay here and start looking, this could take us hours to sit through. Honestly, I could probably sit here going through street by street and take like 2 hours on this area, right? Would I gain anything worth spending that time? No. That's a can opener above us. Right. And we just follow this around. Avoid bursting his tyres on that. Yeah. So if you are watching, it's just paining you to watch me go past all the stuff. Can you just like... Yeah, well, we could go off the road and just coast through past them, but yeah, no, we'll go through. Why not, eh? Avoid the anomaly. Can't believe our armoured bumper is already falling to bits. Well, this is precisely why I got the armoured one. I figured it were going to take a load of hammer as we ram through everything. Ooh, slightly larger house. Right. I do sometimes wonder. So it would be interesting if they did this. Oh! Yep. Lightning giving us mysterious speed boosts. Yep, that definitely did. But, yeah. One thing that I would be curious to see if I did, because as we've seen, there's some anomalies that we've not discovered yet, even though they're meant to be, you know, in the first area. They're quite common. It would be really cool if they're like really rare anomalies that you only see once in a while, like when we came across those scrap hearts. That was kind of interesting. You know, you're just going through and I'd never seen those. And there they were. And there were even, what's it, even audio log relating to them that spawns in with them. Oh yeah, there's a speed boost again. Our bumper's about to drop off if you don't do something. Right, so let's do just that right now. It'll take a moment, but we've got some stuff to put in here anyway, haven't we? Right. So yeah. It would be really cool if there was something like that where it would just a very, what would you say? They're just like very rare spawns. Like that one with the what they call them, scrap hearts or something. It must either be unique to that area, or like a very rare spawn that can just happen sometimes. There's a stabilizer up there, that could be very useful. Right. Right, time-wise, we're just about hitting the... We're not at the hour mark yet, but I don't think we get through this area and the quest area and get back before we've finished the episode, because, yeah, it's 40 minutes. Thank you very much for watching, though. This has been Pacific Drive, and yes, next time we'll be doing just that. We'll be going through the next area. Well, we'll be going through this area and the next, seeing if we can get that story mission done, move things along a bit, and perhaps come out of this with some resources. Now that we've got a resource radar and some extra storage for them, we should be able to come back with quite the haul here. Plus, since we're not coming and grabbing loads of car parts like we were before, that should free up some room in the boot too. So we'll go through here, we'll scavenge what we can from the buildings. That should give us some materials for things like blowtorches and repair putty if we need it, and spare parts should we need them. And then we can go back with a trunk full of coral and those, marsh eggs and thermosap crystals, and build ourselves a load of mid-game tech to put onto the car. As expensive as expensive as a lot of those items are, what we have to keep in mind is, for example, that engine, we will only need that one engine. I mean, I say that, it could just become fragile and worn out and need replacing regardless, no matter how much repair putty we put on it. You know, that can happen to any part of the car, but for the most part, we get one of those new engines and it's going to last a long ass time. And a lot of the other upgrades, like the ones for our actual equipment, like the backpack and leadline shirts and things, it will be... Wait, leadline? No, it was acid raincoats or something, wasn't it? But all these things, they will be one-off upgrades. We'll need all of these resources for like the immediate moment. Now we'll need them right now in large quantities, but after that we'll not need many. So we'll just be needing some to keep keep things ticking over and keep on top of his repairs. You know, building things like extra armored doors and panels to replace our own. So probably once we've got a large quantity of these, we'll probably not need to stop here much going forwards. It's actually fairly cleverly designed in that you don't, once you've passed through an area and you've got a load of the resources from there, you don't typically need to wait around and go back all that often. You can kind of cruise through. And then by the mid game you unlock the junction skipper, the junction skipping tech, so that you can basically kind of sort of fast travel, so you're not wasting time anymore. Pretty well put together. Just, you know, I'm assuming that's how it's going to work, so we'll see how it goes. But for now though, like I say, we'll call this one here. We'll get on to all that next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then.